All right, good night, good morning, afternoon, whatever. It's the next day after Hell's Kitchen. Sometimes I like to take a break between watching it and talking about it because I seem to come up with better things to say when I'm not extremely tired. So, last night was dinner service. Monday night's show, we kind of got, at the end of that show, we got a little bit of Clemenza being yelled at because his quail was raw and bony and all sorts of stuff. And we thought he'd be kicked out right then and there because the promo guy kind of made it look that way. But the promo guy lied again. No, Clemenza did not get kicked out for that quail. He just said he'd fix it, and that was it. Big letdown. Promos for Hell Kitchen are always so wrong. Like, I don't even know why I watch them. So tonight was blue menu versus red menu, I should say yesterday night. And this is one of my favorite challenges. They make their own menu, and then diners order from the menu that they like, although they didn't focus on that very much tonight. And then Gordon reviews the diner comment cards at the end and decides who wins and who loses. So, let's start with the appetizer round. There's always this usually seals the deal. Christina started out slow on her flatbread order, mostly because people were ordering it like crazy. Flatbread is the key. Because the blue team had some strange appetizer called, oh geez, squash flower, I think it was called. And it was like a mix of scallop and something in a mousse squished in a blossom. Oh yeah, squash blossom, that's what it was called. In like a little flower, in a real flower. And I was like, ew, who was eating that before? But tell me, is it really good? Because it looked disgusting. Anyway, so flatbread crisis was solved. Barbie helped. Robin was on the cold appetizers, the squash blossoms, as I previously said. And Justin had created these things, and apparently nobody knew how to make them. So Robin felt she'd been thrown under the bus by Justin, and Justin was having none of that. Apparently Justin didn't prep enough, but he was like, yeah, I prepped 20, and Robin ruined 4 of them, so it's her own fault she's out of them. Yeah. I was like, thank goodness you're out of them. They look disgusting. Okay, on to entrees. So many things went wrong during entrees. I have a gigantic list. Like, do you see that? It's usually not that large, but it is. Kimmy overcooked her duck. That was one. Then she overcooked the ribeye. Awesome job on the meat station, Kimmy. Brian forgot at his garnish stations that onion rings went on one of the dishes, so he didn't have it ready. Then when he did, it was a clump of disgustingness, which Chef Ramsay was mad about. Dana served raw lobster that came back. Here's something about tonight's episode that was very odd. Chef Ramsay let a lot of raw stuff go out to customers. Normally he catches this stuff, but lots of stuff came back. So whose fault is it really? Is it the expediter's fault or the cook's fault? I don't know, but the chefs were pretty lame on catching stuff tonight. Tiffany, who we all know is lazy, she was reusing saute pans when she was making things. I think she was cooking vegetables. Anyway. There was this clip of her tossing stuff out of the old pan and reusing it, and Chef Ramsay was like right there. Clemenza and Justin were confused about their counts. Is it 2 fish or 2 meats or 1 or what? Then they got it wrong and were yelled at. Tiffany had been told during prep that her potatoes were raw and crunchy. She didn't care because she never does. And then she held up dinner service because her au gratin was raw and it was coming back, and they're like, hey, make it again. And Justin's New York strip was well done when it should have been medium. I don't know how you figure these things out. Tiffany got told to go take a walk because she didn't really care about anything. And she went and cried and had smoke. And Brian messed up the fish, and then the entire blue team was kicked out. Wow. She shouldn't be being kicked out this far into the season. I see no standouts. Like, I don't know, if I was Chef Ramsay, would I hire any of these people? I'm a little confused. Like, maybe there's like two that are good. The rest of them I wouldn't hire at all. So, Chef Ramsay, when the teams came back, he ripped the comment cards up. He basically said, look, you both lose. I'm not even looking at the comment cards because tonight was so bad. I don't think I've seen him ever do that with the menu night. Usually it's like you actually get to know whose menu was better. It didn't even matter because they just did so bad. So both teams have to nominate, and they end up nominating Robin, Clemenza, Tiffany, and Barbie. What? Not Kimmy? Kimmy messed up on the meat station so much. I don't know what they have in for Barbie. She doesn't mess up as much. Maybe I'm just delusional, but I don't think she's as bad as they keep saying she is. So they all had a chance to say how much they want to stay, and Tiffany actually cries. What? Tiffany, you have emotion? We haven't seen this all season. Usually you don't care about anything. You just shrug it off like, oh, well, it's good enough. Good enough doesn't work for Chef Ramsay. Chef Ramsay demands perfection. So, in the end, shocker, Tiffany was sent home. Good. Because even my husband, who barely watches the show but listens from his upstairs computer room, basically said, Tiffany never cares about anything. I'm like, exactly. So if you barely watch the show and you know that, then it's obvious that she doesn't. So Robin and Clemenza live to cook another day, as does Barbie, to everybody's hatred. Anyway, which is kind of weird. Like, is it racial? I don't know. Like, I don't understand, because I think she's the only black person in the entire show. It's all white people. Aren't there any chefs that are like Asian or... That's weird. I just don't understand how that happens. That happens with a lot of my shows, Big Brother and whatnot. They're very white-centric. Come on, get in the now. Mix it up. Put some flavor in there. I don't know. Am I racist when I say that? I hope not. I'm just saying it's all white people. Should be more different people. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, till next week. Later.